So fundamentally, Riftforce is a game about tough choices and devastating escalation, all crammed into a tiny card game package. You'll be combating your opponent by playing cards from a variable deck of elementals, including fire, thunder, shadow, light, and more, all with the aim of destroying enemy elementals and gaining control of locations across the mythical rift. Each destroyed enemy card scores you points, with the first player to 12 points declaring victory. Now, for anybody who's played games like Battle Line or Shot and Totten, there'll probably be a lot of familiar territory here. But I think where Riftforce excels is its simple, streamlined gameplay and implementation. Each turn, you basically have 3 actions you can do. You can either deploy elemental cards, essentially play them to various locations across the Riftforce. You can replenish your hand of cards, as you may be familiar with from most deck building games, or you can discard an elemental card to trigger an attack. And this is where the tough choices start to come in, because you can either choose to activate cards that are the same type of elemental or the same number as the card that you just played, because each elemental card also has a number ranging from 5 to 7, as well as belonging to its own specific group of elementals. Now, when I play this game, I really found myself relishing that process of stacking up the right combination of elemental cards in the right locations. Maybe going for flexibility by stacking up the same type of elemental, or trying to blend different types of elementals with the same number to get a kind of more varied attack at a certain location. This really adds an additional layer of richness and crunchiness to the game that maybe makes it more in-depth than initially meets the eye, because some of these elementals that you can play also have different special abilities. Actually, they all have special abilities, including things like healing, causing different types of damage. In fact, some of them can even damage your own cards, and that again adds to that sort of variety and depth of play that is really enjoyable. And I think for me, this is what sums up what I enjoyed most about this game. It's a small box card game that's really simple to learn, and it really hits that sweet spot between complexity and rewarding gameplay. I don't think you're going to be seeing anything revolutionary here, but I think if you like these kind of games where you're interacting, obviously it's not going to be a game for people who don't like player interaction because it's a combat game. But if you like these kind of games like deck builders, like Star Realms, where you're building up combos and dealing damage to your opponent, or perhaps those other games that I mentioned like Battle Line, I think this is really worth checking out. And the Kickstarter for this game is actually up and running now, so you can go and find out more information there. Just as a note, I got a preview copy of this game, but this is an unpaid preview/review of the game. So if you like the looks of this and the sounds of this, by all means check it out. In the meantime, enjoy your gaming, and thanks for listening. If you have any questions, you can drop them here in the comments, or you can hit me up at Twitter at GameMinimalist. All the best. Take care.